About 1830, during the reign of the first Emir of Ilorin, Sheikh Abdulsalam Dan Saleh Alimi, precisely between 1824 to 1842, a tradition that would blossom into a magnificent spectacle of our time was birthed. Born from a pivotal moment, Eid prayers interrupted by invasion, all able-bodied Ilorin men with swift valor mounted their horses and repelled the Alafin-led Oyo army and the Warukura-led Baruba army, who were annihilated at Itakudimo by the Idiaraba tree. This victory, celebrated with a powerful horse procession around the town and at the Emir's palace, marking Ilorin's strength, began a tradition now known as the Ilorin Emirate Durbar during the Eid festival period. Brought about by the arrival and settlement of the enigmatic Sheikh Alimi in the early 1800s, the Ilorin Emirate, established in 1823, became a confluence of cultures which shaped the Durbar afterwards. Fulani, Yoruba, Hausa, Baruba, Kanuri, Nupe and the Gobri all wove their threads into this unique spectacle. Unique in the sense that it is more than the usual display of horsemanship and royal convoy. It's also the music, the dance, the dazzling array of traditional attire, the cuisine. They all tell the story of the Ilorin people. By the time of the present Emir of Ilorin, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari Danbawa CFR, 1995 till date, the Durbar had evolved, a reflection of Ilorin's journey. Prepare to experience the vibrant heart of Ilorin.
Emirate Durbar, to me, is a great spectacle of celebration, of worship, of the bonding of a remarkable community. But the Durbar Inquirer, especially here in Ilorin, is a remarkable, colorful, and enjoyable event. I can only ask those who have never witnessed it to come and join us here at the next Eid in Ilorin to celebrate and witness the joys of the Eid and the Durbar.
His Royal Highness made us realize that our own Durbar is quite different from others, because in our own Durbar we introduce our full culture, our heritage, our tradition, and our value into the whole concept.
Now is a big and scientifically organized ceremony. In Durbar these days, the various ethnic groups come to the palace riding on horses, heavily decorated, to celebrate with the Emir.
It means so much to us in Ilorin, and me in particular, because it's like a cultural revival to us. So the revival of the call of Durbar means regaining back our culture, which we so much cherish in Ilorin.
showcasing the real cultural, the richness of the diversity of Ilorin's culture.
Is invigorated with memories of our ancestors, with memories of our learning in Islam, invigorated by the enthusiasm of the populace who want to associate with these age-long traditions of our people.
It's a forum of unity of people who are always together to honor and pay their homage to His Royal Highness, the Emir of Ilorin.
Durbar has now been modernized to what the present Emir turned it to beautify it, where the Emir in his entourage, the Baloguns, Daudus, Alangwas, Magaji, will tour around the whole Emirate because of the largeness of the Emirate.
And Durbar itself now, since the last 6 years, has been taking a different turn, completely different turn. Thanks to the chairman of Durbar Committee, that's given it new coloration, and the intention is to take it to a level that you cannot imagine becomes international, whereby something that everybody from all over the world will want to see on television and live. People will come around to come and see what Durbar is in Ilorin. This is Ilorin. Durbar is Ilorin.
So, Durbar open ní opportunity láti rìn káàkiri láti mọ kí ní ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ló wà nílùú yìí, kí ní jẹ́ àwọn aráàlú yìí bá ní àpapọ̀ táyé rẹ̀ bá wà during the Durbar yẹn kí.
So the Durbar Day itself is a full day activity, but nothing more than colors, colors, and colors. All those who have the opportunity of taking part either as participants or as onlookers must have enjoyed their day.
And to show that Ilorin still has that horse riding expertise, of before. So apart from the horse riding, each of these cultural groups will come and display their own peculiar cultural traits. It's now a very enormous, celebration of the real cultural diversity.
We further introduce our own culture on the day, like our music, which is peculiar to us. The Dankwada, Woro, Pakeke, Waka, Were, Balu, those are our music. The way we dance it, everybody sees what we do. And the main purpose of Durbar is to bring in all Ilorin, home and abroad together, to allow peace, to make sure that we love ourselves.
It's being beamed to the world, to the outside world, than it was previously done. So apparently it is becoming better known, well known, that we have our own in Ilorin, which is peculiar, even though it's about the same thing all over, but you have some peculiarities in Ilorin, which is in Ilorin Durbar, which is different from the others.
Durbar, èyí tí ó jáde sí wa níbẹ̀, ó fi pàtàkì Ilorin yìí, ó fi hàn wá wípé ìlú kan ni lóòótọ́. Ọlọ́run ó dá aṣọ pàtàkì bò ó, ó jìnnà sí àṣàkáṣà látọwọ́ ohun rere tí à ń pè ní Durbar.
So I think this one is a new one in the sense that it's an improvement over that of last year. You will observe that this year There were more horses, more colorful display of artists. It's always a welcome occasion.
The last one was marvelous. The last, which was held last year, was very marvelous, you know. A lot of innovation and modernization was introduced, which now makes it a kind of world-class ceremony.
Prior to this time, we had our culture, but in the recent past, we lost our culture more or less to foreign culture of carnival. You know, people will come home during Salah and said they want to do carnival, and we are doing things that were alien to us, and which is related to even our religion. The just concluded Durbar was fantastic. Certainly, like I said, it was better than the one we were doing before, and now it is, is being received worldwide. We have more, more tourists coming.
It can't go through all, but selected areas will be walked through. And once people know that Emir is coming, you see everybody waiting outside to show their love for the Emir, while the Emir showed his love for them as well.
Durbar in Ilorin usually observed on either the second day of Eid al-Kabir or the third day of Eid al-Kabir, bringing all Ilorin people together, and also a forum where many people who have not seen each other for quite a while usually meet.
Durbar means a lot to us. It is an opportunity for us to showcase a very rich and exceptional culture. It is an opportunity for us to come together from wherever we are, to converge in learning, and to do the Durbar. I mean, for those who will ride to ride, for those who will watch to watch. So Durbar has been with us for a long time, and it is always an opportunity for us to showcase our rich culture and heritage, and for our people to converge and for us to meet. It's always like a melting point for us.
Tọ́ba ti di níjọ́ kejì ọdún tí gbogbo ọmọ ìlú òkòjọ gbọ́n tó wálé fọ́dún tàbá kí ibi tó dijọ́ kejì ń kálukọ́ ìdárayá àwọn tó kálukọ́ dárayá wọn a máa géèmì kan mẹ́ta ń bẹ̀. Àkọ́kọ́ ní tá a fẹ́ géèmì níbẹ̀ òun ní pé gbogbo tíjọ́ ọmọ ìlú tí wọ́n ti ríra wọn ti pẹ́ for years. Àwọn àmì ìtọ́nà wọn jí ìdí àwọn tó wà lábúrọ̀dù wọn rà pé ìwọ náà wálé èmi náà wálé kí wọ́n máa pe àwọn alábàá máa pe kíkà ní tùrásì. Àwọn nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ àwọn kọ́sọ̀ wa, àwọn àtìrà táwọn bàbá wa tí wọ́n fọwọ́ kọ, àwọn wàhálà tá a máa fi ń kí gbogbo nǹkan báwọn kójọ sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan àwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ́bẹ̀ yìí sí tẹ́lẹ̀ àfihàn wọ́n fi hàn kún náà ní gbogbo orú nǹkan báwọn náà ó tún mú dùn sí yàtọ̀. So látara báyìí a fi léyìí rọ àwọn èèyàn wa, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ìyá wa nínú ìlú tọ́lọ́ ń pè léèyàn, àwọn ọmọ ìyá wa nínú ìlú tọ́lọ́ ń pè dá sọ̀rọ̀. Durbar tí nǹkan ìlú bàbá ló gbé lẹ̀ àmọ́ nǹkan ìlú ni. Níta bá tó wá pè ní nǹkan ìlú ẹ̀mẹ́jì aṣọ ọdún sílùú. Gbogbo ìran ọmọ ìlú tí bá ń bẹ lẹ́yìn odi tọ́lọ̀ ń bá fún ńlá oore ọ̀fẹ́ àti wá náà ní ká pín síbẹ̀.
We are not only doing horse riding on the day of Durbar. Not only our horsemen dresses well with good costume. Our horses are well dressed, prepared for the day. This we have been doing, and we realize that the enthusiasm, the interest is dwindling and it was going down until 2018, when His Royal Highness, in His Majesty, in His wisdom, decided to organize a Grand Durbar. The Grand Durbar that His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Sulkaneni Gambari, Shefa, Shehu, Wallahi Yasmuka Minan Nas, La Ta'afu Daraka, Wala Tasha, Wala Hawla, Wala Quwwata Illa Billahi al-Azim. He set up a committee that will be annually organizing, operate, develop, sustain, and get it to the whole world that there is Grand Durbar in Ilorin.
With the Ilorin Emirate Durbar tradition deeply tied to the Eid festival celebration in the Emirate's history, the climatic buzz of the 7-day Ilorin Emirate Durbar Festival of 2024, which began days earlier, rightly starts from the Eid day as the town goes agog with lots of prominent figures returning to the Eid prayer ground for the prayer led by the Chief Imam of Ilorin. This year, as always, the Eid prayer drew a massive crowd, highlighted by the celebrated arrival of the Executive Governor of Kwara State, His Excellency Malam Abdurrahman Abdurrazak CON, and the Emir of Ilorin, His Royal Highness Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Sulu Gambari CFR, both arriving in high spirits. The prayer and sermon, observed in peaceful tranquility, created a remarkable and serene atmosphere. Just as the arrival was a spectacle, the departure from the Eid prayer ground was a vibrant and colorful event, captivating the attention of all present, both Muslim and non-Muslim. It was a magnificent display of spiritual and communal harmony, showcasing the unity of Ilorin people. The Eid day, filled with post-prayer activities, including the governor's visit to the Emir's palace, served as a perfect prelude to the Grand Durbar finale.
Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd.
After finishing with the Emir, we now prepare for it. we now prepare our horses to be part of entourage that will make the Emir's movement glamorous. When the Emir is moving with a retinue of about 100 horses, gaily dressed up, with kakaki blowing, so that the Emir will be enjoying himself. Everybody along the road, they will just be saying Shehu, Shehu, until we get to the Eid ground.
Some of us go to the Eid on horsebacks, some in their own cars, and some who are close to the area go with their retinue on foot. But as soon as the prayers is over, while we are doing that, we expect the governor also, who is the chief host on that occasion, to arrive. We receive the governor, we exchange pleasantries.
Grand, immediately Emir comes and the governor is seated. All we need to do is that the Imam will just bring in the 2 rakat for us with a very melodious voice.
Durbar in Ilorin is part of celebration of Salah. So those days, when people come back from Eid and go to Emir's palace, we used to say that we are going to watch Berende. Then Esim Berende, you see them ride on horse and show their talent on horse riding. Then Balogun Alanamu was recognized as the best horse rider, not just in Nigeria.
Since the days of colonial rule, a tradition known as Bareke has been observed. Immediately following the Eid prayers, the government administrator would await the Emir's return to the palace, paying homage amidst great fanfare. The return courtesy visit from the Emir to the administrator is the Bareke. The name Bareke originates from the Ilorin term for the first military barracks in the province, which later became the residence of every administrator of the state. That official location remains today as the State Government House, the base of the Executive Governor of Kwara State. In a notable shift for the 2024 Ilorin Emirate Durbar schedule, the Bareke, traditionally held the third day after Eid, was moved to the second day. This change allowed the main Durbar activities to take place on the third day, a departure from previous years. This year's Bareke at the Government House was held with unprecedented pomp and pageantry, marking a significant moment in the Durbar's history.
I heartily welcome Your Royal Highness and distinguished members of the Royal Emirate to Government House.
Bareke is an extension of the Durbar festivities. Bareke is the return visit of the Emir to the government house to thank the governor for having received him and welcomed him on the previous day, the Saturday.
So, yídì lílọ àkọ́kọ́ nù, Durbar wa ti ṣe ẹ̀kejì nù, ó tún lọ Bareke láti pé wọ́n fẹ́ lọ kí gọ́fúnà bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe látàrí báyìí ńgbà táwọn òyìnbó wà ń bẹ̀. Òjò wa kí wọn, àwọn lọ kí òyìnbó ìgbàgbà Barake ni wọ́n sọ di Bareke.
Military unit in Ilorin province then was that location you see the government house. That is where the then residents, the British DO, and things like that, that is where they stay.
A bit different from Bareke, because for Bareke, in line with culture and tradition, the Emir will visit the governor at the government house. So on the Emir's way back to the palace, we wait for him at a designated place. Then we ride behind the Emir and follow him to the palace. Then from the palace, when the Emir goes into the palace, because when we get to the palace, the Emir stops at a particular place where he receives greetings from the chiefs and from everyone on horseback and even those moving on the ground.
It is traditional that after the Emir rides back to his palace, the governor of the state receives him at the palace before everybody proceeds back to their respective homes. The day after Salah is the day which we call the Bareke. It is a traditional ceremony whereby the Emir in his long procession proceeds to pay Salah greetings to the state governor. Speeches are made and different traditional dances are held and displays. And it is also a colorful spectacle. We all look forward to the Emir's colorful procession to and from the government house.
At approximately 10 a.m., His Royal Highness set forth a march of honor and tradition. A legacy of wisdom, power and peace was evident as he began. A royal gaze, wisdom untold, swept over the crowd. In his eyes, wisdom of old, written in their gaze, was clear to all. Elegance in every fold, pride in every thread adorned him, and his entourage, dressed in history, riding with legacy, they began on their first-of-its-kind route. Trumpets sound, spirits awaken as the procession moved. A tide of warriors riding through time accompanied the Emir, Robes of honor, symbols of duty, were proudly displayed. A ruler, a guardian, he led the way. Leaders walk, tradition and governance entwined, as he met with dignitaries, custodian of peace, guardian of the land. Royal sashes, threads of legacy, added to the splendor. A dynasty of strength, rooted in culture, was on full display. Finally, through the royal procession, the Durbar unfolds Ilorin's heartbeat.
The houses are decorated colorfully, and it reminds one of the cavalry of the past, in the days of Sultan of Sokoto. We have different houses of noblemen and title holders dress their horses in particular colors to make them distinct from other houses. And the riders, of course, also have their special dresses and regalia, as well as their jandabia, which depict the colors of the homes of the noblemen. And this procession is commenced by the Emir at the palace, in his carriage or on his horse, where thousands and thousands of gaily dressed citizens of Ilorin proceed with him on almost a 15-kilometer procession. And this procession passes through almost every part of Ilorin, the traditional city of Ilorin, and where the Emir at given stops of noblemen and title holders pays his respects and appreciates the welcome of the noblemen and title holders who give him a guard of honor at the entrance of each of the family homes.
Usually, the Emir goes around the city and people are expected to assemble in their own areas to show love and affection to the Emir. Usually, people turn out in their best. In some cases, you even have people dressing in uniform, both men and women. And you have other entertainers around playing throughout the period the emirs go around before the emir arrive at the forecourt of his palace.
That's the grand finale. That's when a whole day is devoted to a number of activities. Most significant of it is the Emir visiting his principalities, the major title holding communities in Ilorin around the major streets.
Then when he started, the cavalry, the horsemen, were galloping between the palace and Saleoja, you know. But now, exactly even at that time, after the Saleoja, each group will go back to its own area, displaying you know, what they did at the palace forecourt. But these days now, the Emir now goes round with them. Before, the Emir didn't used to go round with them, but now the Emir goes round the city, you know, and with all these people accompanying. Some will accompany him, still displaying on the road, but the bulk of the people will remain at the palace forecourt, displaying their various cultural peculiarity.
When we are going on that main road, all people from suburb, from areas, they come out and march to greet His Royal Highness, and the Royal Highness will be greeting them with prayers. A lot of them, you see them bringing in Quran, some bringing big portraits of the Emir to show their love, to show their loyalty, to do their togetherness. From Itogunbo, we move to Tegba. From Tegba, we move to Takudima. From Takudima, we move to Pakata roundabout. That roundabout has about 7 arteries feeding into Pakata. They all came out. Everywhere we went became jam-packed. And that is where His Excellency, the Governor of Kwara State, Alhaji Abdurrahman Abrazak, came out with Mutawali. They came to welcome Emir, and that is their own area. They greeted Emir, Emir greeted them, and they follow Emir. It was hectic, but our Emir loved what is happening, loved seeing his people loved seeing him, and everybody was happy. All you hear that day is Shehu, Shehu. Nobody is eulogized but our Emir, because it's our Emir, it's our symbol. That is who we know.
By the time we take off from the palace, join His Royal Highness to go on procession through the town, and our father shows his appreciation to the people at different locations of the town. It starts from the palace, and the whole procession takes about 3 to 4 hours. And he sits in a cart and goes all over the town, and people receive him with joy. And it's been very colorful experience. You know, it's a sight to behold.
Before the Emir concert on the Durbar Day, you know, people will have gathered, visitors, indigenes, friends and relatives of people of Ilorin. They will be gathered at the palace forecourt, and they will be entertained by different types of music, you know, indigenous music. Before our father, the royal father, will come out, and in his procession we have all our traditional title holders of Ilorin following him.
The procession you watch for probably 4, 5, 6 hours. I tell you what, the preparations behind what you see in 4 or 5 hours takes like a year to put in place. What we normally do is, the moment we finish a particular Durbar in a particular year, we almost instantly start preparing for the next year. So what we do is we plan for the horses, we plan for the costumes the horses are going to use. Then we plan for the riders, we prepare the costumes that the riders will use, and then we look at the route we took that year. We discuss whether we need to change the route from the route we used that year to another route the following year. So generally, the planning behind Durbar is getting the horses, getting the right costumes, getting the riders, and getting the right costumes for the riders also.
Ba abin da yake kira Durbar. Bayan da muka yi salatu ga manzon Allah, da aminci Allah ya tabbata gare shi, kowace sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bayan haka ba abin da yake kira Durbar. Shi ne so duka so, amma son kai yafi, shi ne ake kira Durbar.
For Durbar, we start the Durbar from the front of the Emir's palace. The Emir moves in front, then every other person will file behind the Emir. So we go around the city. The Emir will be receiving greetings from family homes. People will be on the streets greeting the Emir. From that place, we go around back to the Emir's palace. Then the Emir will take a seat. Then every other person in the procession will now come and pass in front of the Emir and greet the Emir, and in return, the Emir greets the procession also.
Kó gbèlú wa kílù wa kó gbèlú wa lárugẹ kílù ó tún dàgbà jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ìṣọ̀kan kọ́lọ́run fẹ́nu gbogbo ọmọ ìlú ṣọ̀kan kó dàpọ̀ àwọn tó ti fẹ́ sókè nu wa kọ́lọ́run mọ́ fà wọn wálẹ̀ o gbogbo àwọn tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn náà ọlọ́run jẹ́ àwọn náà dípò àgbà ọlọ́run àmọ́ gbọ́n àfáà kọ́lọ́run bá kí wọ́n gbọ́n àwọn máàmù ọlọ́run bá ṣe àfẹ́ gbogbo àwọn olóyè ọba ọgbọ̀n balógun nínú ìlú ni balógun àgbà ni balógun fúlàní ni balógun gàmbàrí ni àlejúkòbí ni alánàmú ni gbogbo yé balógun wa gbọ́n baálẹ̀ ìsàlẹ̀ ni bàbá mọ́gàjí ààrẹ ní ká wúwa olóyè ọlọ́run wọ́n ṣàṣeyà mọ́jà kí lọ́ọ́ ní ọ̀dà àrùn ọmọ tìjọ́ bàjẹ́ gọ́fúnà wa náà ọlọ́run bá fi wọn láyà balẹ̀ kó sì sọ̀kalẹ̀ dáadáa ọlá nàbí wa Muhammad ọlá la hawla wala quwwata illa billahi al-ali.